questions? All right, thank you. Right.
I mean, obviously, not the way you want to skate go, but how do you feel about this tournament overall and what you were able to do here?
I thought it was a great tournament. Anytime you can come in and do some damage in an event and make my first quarterfinal at 500, and I thought it was definitely a great week. Today obviously didn't go the way you wanted it to go, but it's maybe next week or in Cincinnati I'll play somebody below 6'4", and I'll have a better chance to return. So we'll hope for the best, I guess.
What did you do that what were you unable to do against him today that you were able to do against the other big guys this week?
I really felt like I didn't play poorly. It definitely takes a toll mentally, knowing that the last 3 days, if I don't take care of my serve, I'm going to lose. So I just think mentally I got a little just tired and made a couple, not big mistakes, but mistakes nonetheless. The first game and the second, I had game point, I just missed a routine slice, and break point, I missed just a kind of a routine forehand by a couple inches. And unfortunately, when you play big guys with huge serves, you don't have that many chances. You really just gotta take care of your own serve. And today in the second, I unfortunately didn't. But still a great week, and credit to him, he played well.
Did you play the big guys any different?
Yes and no. You play everybody different, depending on what their skill set is. But I think with John, poses different threats and weaknesses, I guess, than Evo, and Evo poses different threats and weaknesses than Milos, and so on and so forth. So I played every guy different, but the main goals were the same: get as many returns in play, try and get into as many service games of theirs as possible, and really just buckle down and try and take care of my serve.
Is there a sense of frustration after a while, knowing that no matter how far ahead you might be, this guy can easily come in with a big serve?
Yeah. It sucks watching the serve go by you about 500 times the last 3 days. But that's tennis. That's why these guys are so good. They have they have such strength that they use. That's why they do it. So, but it's not easy. But in the end, you got to do what you got to do to just try and get the ball back in play, I guess.
Which guy is the hardest one for you to play so far? Of all the guys you played.
I'd say Milos. I've never played him before. Just going down the list, I guess John, I'm comfortable with. Not saying that I've always going to beat him or anything, but he's a good friend of mine. We practice together, so I just have a sense of comfortability playing against him, knowing that he's just kind of I've practiced with him a bunch. And Evo I've played a couple times, and Milos I think I've hit with maybe once for half an hour. So it's more of I just wasn't exactly sure maybe on some of his tendencies on his serve, or because watching on TV it's different. These guys play everybody so different than they would maybe play you. But I just felt like he played a great breaker and didn't miss any first serves, and that's kind of what it came down to.
Yeah, and following up on that, when a guy like Milos is hitting 80% of his first serves and winning in the second set with 86% of his first service points, what can you do? Other than you talk about minding your own serve, but beyond that, what can you do?
Not much. It's tennis. Some days the guy just plays too good. That's why he's 7, 8, whatever he is right now in the world, and that's why he was a semifinalist at Wimbledon and a quarterfinalist maybe at the French. He has that capability to dominate with his serve and his style of game. So that's why it makes him so difficult to play.
Donald Young was in here earlier. He said he'd love to play you, so we could have an American in the final. You rooting for him going forward?
Yeah, I'm going to root for a countryman, but I just hope that maybe because Craig works, or we have the same coach that we've been working with, so maybe hopefully Craig will take a few notes from today's match, and hopefully Donald can execute just maybe a little bit better, or maybe get a few more returns in play, however many that may be, and hope for a great match. And you're always going to root for your buddies to do well, so I wish him the best.
I see you're repping the USC.
Yeah.
Can you kind of talk about how it was for you going through college, playing tennis, and that's kind of a different trajectory than some people?
Yeah, I think not many people have done it. I guess recently, maybe more now. But you had a guys like DeVarman, Isner, Anderson, Becker, guys that all played college tennis and now are top 100 and whatnot. But I think a lot of people thought it was crazy for me to come back for my 4th year at USC, but you know, I was always going to see it through and go my 4 years and really mature and be ready for this next level.
And talking about the next level, what's it going to take for you or some of the other Americans, you know, to break through? We don't even have an American in the top 10. What's it going to be to, you know, be in the top 10 or for an American to be ranked #1 in the world again?
It's going to be difficult. There's guys at the top that just seem to be better than everybody else at the moment in the rest of the world, and they've been there for a long time. But I think we're all close. I mean, we all have a different skill set. You know, every one of us Americans kind of coming up, and I really feel like, you know, we can push each other to do well. I mean, at the beginning of the year, there was, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 of us at 100. Now there's 6 of us, 4 of us, you know, whatever, at, you know, 70 to 80. And I think we're just pushing each other to kind of go, just to go higher in the rankings.
Yeah, you're playing the Ryans later tonight. As everyone talks about, you know, American tennis, what has their impact been, you know, on the doubles side?
I mean, these guys have been just rock solid, you know, best team in the world for, I don't know, a decade or however long. You know, what they've done for American tennis, I think it doesn't get the spotlight that I think they deserve because of what they've done. You know, they've been so successful. They're always there at the end of Grand Slams. They're always there, you know, winning ties for us at Davis Cup matches, and it's pretty special what they've done. And you know, I've played them twice, I believe. So hopefully we'll go out there and have another great match tonight, and you know, hopefully we can. Hopefully I don't get 2 losses in one day.
Any other questions?
How are you feeling physically?
I feel fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing really. You know, nothing bothered me. You know, I felt pretty good. You know, long matches, yes, but I think, you know, playing John and playing Evo, it's more mentally taxing than physically taxing, just because there's short points. You know, there's a lot of aces, a lot of, you know, first ball winners, so on and so forth. But mentally, it takes a toll to, you know, because you have a bad 30, 40 seconds, all of a sudden it's, you know, it's 6-3 and you don't know what happened. So that's kind of what happened yesterday in the first. But you know, I feel pretty good. So hopefully we'll continue this on the rest of the swing and play in Cincy, Winston-Salem, and the Open.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.